We are less than a week away from finding out who will be the Mavs selection with the number 5 overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft. With so many options, and so many different directions that this thing could go, it is set to be one of the more exciting drafts in recent memory. Will Texas center Mo Bamba go earlier than expected? Will Luka Doncic fall? Will Michael Porter Jr. put all of the doubters to rest in regards to his injury history? One smart NBA mind tells us that the MPJ hip injury versus the MPJ game that he and his representation might be running here will end up being the story of how this draft goes down. NDB.com broke the story of the Mavs' latest on Porter in Chicago. Comfortable with the risk here? Can the Mavs land an extra lottery pick? We've got your latest scoop here in the Parsons 4 story. While we search for answers, what we do have, however, is an idea of how the Mavs could be looking at this year's prospects, in terms of fit, need, and upside. Dallas has already worked out the likes of Bamba, Wendell Carter, Porter, and are set to have a workout with Jaren Jackson Jr. before the draft as well. They've had a number of visits from second-round prospects, too, including Michigan's German center Moritz Wagner. We've added up a bunch of names here, a work-in-progress visits list. Dig in. So, for the Triangle of Trust, the picture seems to be taking shape. We've discussed, detailed and gotten the scoop on the idea of pre-draft trades, including taking on and flipping the salary of Kenneth Faried from Denver in exchange for their 14th pick. Our own David Lord reports that the Nuggets must think they have something better up their sleeve, as well, using the contracts of Wes Matthews, Dwight Powell, and some draft capital to pursue budding Washington Wizards star Bradley Beal. Again, conceivably, the Mavs could end up with more than one selection in the top 15 of this thing, while still having the funds to chase a star in free agency this July. Remember the phrase, June room, though? Really, that's where, like Porter Jr. is in his way, Dallas is in the sense of how it can be a player on draft day. The Mavs have $14 million of free draft cap room. Different from the $20 mil to $25 mil they can carve out this summer. That's a unique tool. Needless to say, it's an exciting time for Dallas Mavericks fans right now. Which is why we here at DallasBasketball.com are bringing you the 4.0 edition of our Mavs-centric big board for the 2018 draft. With the help of the 75-member staff, and the Mavs themselves, we have compiled our best guesstimates of the top 10 names the Mavs will have their eyes on come draft day, with some risers, and a couple of notable slips from our last board. So without further ado, let's get into our Mavs-centric big board, beginning with